Yo, what's good, people? We are here for a new webinar. I hope y'all have had a great week thus far. So I'm here. I think this is my third one now. About mastering how to attract soulmates. Yes, something that is near and dear to a lot of people. We want love. Everybody wants love and affection, right? You know, that's what we're made of. We're made of love. So it's natural to want the thing that you're made of. And yeah, I want to show you how you can not only attract true love, but you can attract it on a consistent basis in a platonic way and a romantic way. Because little doth you know, you have multiple soulmates and you have two types of soulmates. Not only do you have romantic ones, yes, the ones you see in the movies, all that good stuff, but you also have platonic ones, you know, friends. And I want to teach you all the keys to attracting the types of people that appreciate you for who you are, that see you for who you are, and love you for who you are. Because it's possible, okay? It's possible. After a long time of doubting myself, doubting if I was worthy of love, doubting if I could get the love that I saw other people have, I started attracting it. And not only did I start to attract this shit, I started to do it over and over and over at light speed, okay? I'm at two hands now. I'm in my 20s, okay? I'm at two hands with the amount of people that I've attracted in my life that are soulmates, okay? And these people have come into my life in the last 3 years. The last three, okay? Two hands, 3 years, okay? So let's get into it. I have a PowerPoint for you guys, and I'm going to share that with you. So let's get into the PowerPoint presentation, okay? All right. And we are here. We are here live and clear, live and direct. All right. So let's get into the presentation. Let's go back to the front first of all. You don't need to see all that. All right. We're doing it in. Okay. Boom. No, I don't want to remind the app on these updates. No, let's do it tonight. Okay. Now, learn to master attracting soulmates, a live event presented to you by Feed Shine. Okay. My goal is to share with you the tools to attract consistent love, attract love that doesn't ask you to change, and feel free instead of trapped in your relationships. Okay. What's tonight's schedule? Okay, we're gonna go section 1. We're gonna learn what soulmates aren't. Okay, I'm gonna share with you some of my stories, some of the things that I've been through to help teach me what I didn't want in my relationships. Okay, section 2, what are soulmates exactly? Section 3, how do you start attracting them? And finally, section 4 will be about the next webinar that I'll be having. So why am I doing this? I'm doing it for a lot of reasons, but the main reason I'm doing this is because I used to fear that I would never attract true love. You know the kind that I'm talking about. You ever seen the movie Love Jones or Titanic? Waiting to Exhale, Bridesmaids. Let's go back to Love Jones, okay? You remember Love Jones? That was an awesome movie. I listen, the type of love that was in that movie, I wanted that bad, and I did not know if that was possible for me, okay? Waiting to Exhale, girlfriends like that, people that you just click with automatically, and you love being around me. I love being around those types of people all the time. And yeah, I used to watch all those movies wishing for edge-snatching love like that, okay? But I felt I was missing something these characters had. And I had convinced myself that a life like that just wasn't in the cards for me, At least not in my cards, somebody else's, but not mine. So I settled, okay? I settled for relationships, platonic and romantic, that didn't truly fit me. These relationships weren't everything I wanted, but they were an upgrade from pain and struggle inward and outward that I had in the past. Although they weren't what I truly wanted, they helped me feel better about my insecurities as a person. I don't know if you can relate to that, but listen, it was a struggle, okay? Pain was my gauge test for qualified candidates. How much could they relate to the pain that I was carrying? Instead of love, not how much can they relate to the things I loved about myself, but how much can they relate to the things that I struggle with? Okay, I searched out people I thought I could help become better, hoping that they could help me in return. No bueno, okay? No bueno. I know it sounds crazy, because isn't that what relationships are all about? Give and take, exchange, we come to the table 50-50. No, okay? I sought out people that made me feel wanted instead of people that already loved themselves, okay? Because I didn't love myself, these people were my relief. They were relief for myself. And this is a common human thing. Sticking to people because they stick with us. Although they may not truly serve what we want, we stand by their side because, well, hey, you standing by my side. So, by default, I guess we good enough for each other. Many of my relationships became painful because they were based on pain. So they gonna be painful because the basis and the foundation of them was pain, not love. And here's a pro tip for you. Whenever we keep people around that we don't genuinely like, and you know what I'm talking about, somebody that you might be in a relationship with, they might be a friend, but you don't like them. You might say you love them, but you do not genuinely enjoy their company. And you might keep them around because they feel in certain things that you perceive yourself to lack. Okay? You're inevitably going to attract someone that is doing the same thing to you. It might not be in the same way, but they're doing that to you too. So things are going to inevitably end in resentment with each other because you're using each other. Okay, so how did I get over this pattern? One is I developed a relationship with myself. I figured out what I wanted. And not only did I figure out what I wanted, I started to stick by it, no matter how scary it was, no matter how much of a potential it was for me to lose someone, because I stuck by what I wanted. I started to express myself. You cannot know if how you feel or what you like is valued if you don't express it, okay? I started to accept people for who they were, okay? This is big, okay? Love is allowance in the present, not holding on to someone because of an illusion that you have of the future. Potentiality is not reality, okay? Loving someone could also mean letting them go if necessary. If they don't align with you, that's fine. That doesn't mean that person isn't worthy of you. That doesn't mean that they are less of a person. It just means that they're not for you, and that's okay. So you leave them be, and you accept them for who they are, and you let them go on their way. Most importantly, though, I worked to get over my fear of being alone. Okay, I released my fear of cutting people off that didn't align with my values. Again, going back to the alignment thing. Okay, I stopped being afraid to let go of people that didn't connect with the things that I value. Okay, sometimes we'll keep people around. They might match 8 things on the 10 things that we value, and those 2 things, they still noise, but we keep them around because we don't want to lose a friend. We think that we can't get someone else that might take their place. Okay, when I stopped needing an escape from my mind and my negative thoughts, I actually started to like myself. Okay, and when I stopped using people as an escape for myself, I started to find out that I was a pretty cool person. And love is often confused with one. This is a big one. Time spent. Okay, just because you and somebody have been together for umpteen years, that does not mean that they're worthy of your time. Y'all have just been together for umpteen years, and that is what it is. Okay, attachment. Okay, just because somebody is clingy to you and they don't know how to be by themselves and they just want to be around you all the time, And just because somebody throws you a little snatch of attention, that does not mean that they value your existence. They may want you for some reason that's not in alignment with authenticity. They may want you for their own selfish reasons. Okay, desire does not equal value. And my favorite thing is possessiveness. Okay, love is a free thing. If you're in love, if you're in true love, if you experience true love, you should feel free. You should feel freer than you've ever felt before. You don't want to feel, if you feel trapped, imprisoned, that's not love. And love doesn't seek anything in return. Love isn't, I've done this for you, now you have to do this for me. Okay, love, it sits on the coffee table. It is what it is. And I've given it to you because that's genuinely what I want to do, not because I expect something from you. Okay, your best self wants you to experience joy. It will never tell you pain is okay, and it will never tell you that you should want to experience pain. You should accept pain. So what is a soulmate? You have more than one. They can be platonic or romantic, as I've said before. Soulmates are teachers. They help you graduate to new levels of spiritual growth. Okay, that's what a soulmate is. They challenge you to be your best self with or without them. That is key. Okay, that is a major key. All right, where's DJ Khaled when you need him? Okay, you being amazing doesn't hinge upon staying connected with this person. Whether you leave them or not, they still see you as amazing and they still want you to be your best self. Just like teachers, they want you to excel and move forward. They have no need to be the best that you can do. Just as this quote says, only your ego believes someone will change because of you. That's very selfish. Who do you think you are that because you are in someone's life, that they're going to find their gumption to be all that they can be? That's really egoic. It's in a lot of ways we think that we're being upstanding by doing this for others, but we're really feeding our own selfish need to be a hero. Okay. They call you out on things that are holding you back from your growth. They don't cater to your fears, which is probably going to annoy you. They're going to push you to grow out of things that are holding you back from being the best person you can be. There's compromise instead of sacrifice. Okay, there is a fine line between compromising with someone and sacrificing yourself for someone. Compromise maintains your integrity. Okay, you still feel expansive, you still feel whole, you still feel as if what you feel is valued when you compromise with someone. It's the merging of two beings. Sacrifice makes us feel small. It makes us feel devalued. And only you can tell how someone makes you feel. Only you know the answer to that. Okay, another key sign of a soulmate relationship, there is complete freedom and independence, not codependence. You feel connected, but there's no clinginess. You both can go your own way, do your own thing, and there's no need to call each other all throughout the day to find out what you're doing. There's no need to go with each other to everything. You have your own set of friends, they have their own set of friends. You all have your own lives, and they come together when you come together. And I'll give you some examples from my past relationships. I had a relationship with one particular soulmate that made me realize my need for validation. Okay. And I was annoyed, and it annoyed me. It goes back to that thing about being annoyed. Because, for instance, I used to tweet a lot. Some things I would put on Twitter, I would say, I like this thing in a woman. I like this thing in my types of relationships while I was dealing with her. And she would say, you know, why do you feel the need to do that? And I was like, what you mean? I'm just tweeting, you know, I'm just out here speaking to my fans, blah, blah, blah. But what she saw was that I was seeking validation in how I felt from other people. And I knew she was right on a deeper level. And she opened my eyes to that. And because she didn't come to me in a jealous way, it wasn't in a term of she felt threatened because I talked about these things on Twitter. She just brought it to my attention to say that you are better than having to do that. Okay. So how can you start attracting soulmates? This iTunes thing is getting on my nerves. Start acting out of love instead of fear. Don't stay in places that don't serve you because you think good people are scarce, okay? The universe is very abundant, okay? If you make the courageous choice to cut off someone that does not feed your soul, you will be blessed. You might have a period of moment where you experience a void of being connected with someone, but that's okay because you are loving yourself in that period in time. You're constantly loving yourself because you've made a decision to rid someone that does not align with you out of love for yourself. So you want to inevitably meet other people that value you as well. Start saying how you really feel about everything, okay? No matter how small it is. And you will naturally start to align with people like you and get rid of the ones that are that aren't in alignment with you effortlessly. Okay. If something hurts you, say it. If somebody does something that bothers you, speak up about it. Say it. If you like something, say it. Okay. And your vibe will attract your tribe. Okay. Your vibe will bring forth the people and get rid of the people that don't align with you with no effort on your part. You won't have to do a thing but just continue to walk your path, and people that don't align will just naturally fall away because they won't see anything that they can get. Okay? And the people that see you for who you are will see you. Now I know what you're thinking. Don't we all have one true love? How can you have multiple soulmates? Yes, you do have one true love. That one true love is you. And only you can find people that either match that or don't. No one on earth can do what you can do for your life. You are the only driver of your soul. You are literally the only person in the driver's seat of your soul. Let that sink in for a moment, because a lot of times we get into relationships and we're searching for that one person that's just going to unlock all these things, all these magical capabilities that we've just been waiting to unleash on the world. I hate to break it to you, but that person is in the mirror. No one knows you inside and out the way you know you. And no one can take you anywhere the way that you can. So understand that you are the only driver of your soul, and take full responsibility of yourself, and you will be able to meet other people that take full responsibility for themselves as well. Just as you've had multiple teachers at different levels of your academic life, the same goes for your soul. Our purpose in life is to grow into our existence at the pace that suits us. I'm sure you don't like a lot of the same things that you did when you were 16. At least I hope you don't. You know, there's a lot of the things that I liked at 16 that wouldn't make me bat an eyelash now. And that's fine. When I was 16, those things, they set me on fire. They were the greatest thing that I could come across. 10 years later, my needs and wants are different. But that doesn't discredit me at 16. And it doesn't discredit me at this age. Okay? You're constantly growing. That's your job as a human being, to constantly grow to new levels and new heights. Let's use a garden, for example. I want to use a garden so that you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's say a gardener plants hundreds of flower seeds at the exact same time. For the hell of it, we're going to call this gardener God. Okay? Like that. Yeah. All right. They all get the same sunlight and water. Two particular flowers start to grow at the same pace. All right? One is a rose, the other is a tulip. These flowers could grow at the same pace for 2 months or 2 decades, and both are okay. Whether it's 2 months or 2 decades, they're both all right. But let's say it's 2 years, okay, that these two flowers grow the exact same way. Each flower is becoming more of itself. The rose is becoming more of a rose. The tulip is becoming more of a tulip. And they enjoy being together in this garden while learning from each other at the same time. Then one day, the tulip and the rose start to grow a little differently, okay? So they part ways. Not because either is better or worse at being a flower, but because they both know their purpose as individual flowers. And they both know it will be against their very nature to not keep growing in the way that best suits them. The rose can never be a tulip, and the tulip can never be a rose. They're both flowers growing in their own way in the same garden. They've learned their lessons from each other and can now move forward and keep growing with more knowledge than they did before meeting. They are better off than they were before meeting. That's another key sign of a soulmate relationship, okay? You should be better off when you part ways than you were before meeting. You should not be more broken together than you were before meeting. Our paths as people can never intertwine. They can only align like parallel lines. Soulmates understand this. Okay? So, 3 tools to attract soulmates. Really? Stop it. That's my dog, by the way. All right. 3 tools to attract soulmates. Get to know you. Okay? Get to know you. How you can ask for something you don't give you. How can you ask for something you don't give yourself? Okay? That's a key thing in getting to know who you are. How can you ask for something that you don't even give yourself? You can't. You have to know what it looks like first before you can identify it. Okay? Express yourself. Okay? Don't hold back who you are, and people that value your truth will naturally gravitate towards you. Expressing yourself is very, very important. Don't hold back anything about who you are, whether it's what you like to do or whether it's what you don't like to do. Even if it's something that's so small as somebody inviting you to lunch and you don't necessarily want to go that day, you know? You want to lay in the bed and read your book. Say that. Don't just do it because, oh man, well, this is my friend and this is what they want me to do and they've done this for me. You're sacrificing yourself. It seems like an innocent thing, but things like that lead to bigger sacrifices, and you have to stay true to yourself in all ways if you want to meet people that are also true to you. And number 3, cut people off out of love and acceptance, okay? Abundance and joy are your natural born rights. Nothing in this universe is scarce, okay? Nothing. You are the universe, and the nature of the universe is abundance, okay? When you look at the sky at night, can you count how many stars are out there? Can you measure how big the sky is? You can. That thing that made the universe made you too. So don't ever believe that because you cut one person off or you decide to go in a different direction that you will never find someone that will be true to you again, okay? Love people by letting them be, because it's not about you. When you meet someone and they don't match you, that's okay, because there's someone out there that you don't match with. That's okay. Your life is your life. Your job is to keep living your life as it suits you, and you will meet people that align with that. We get in trouble when we try to fix people and we try to get them to our pace of things. You can't. Just like that tulip and the rose, no matter how much the tulip tries to teach the rose about being a tulip, it can't be one. It has to be itself. Okay? So, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Facebook as Kiva Miller. I'm on Twitter as xconfucius or go feed shine, and you can reach me directly at inspiration@feedshine.com. The next webinar that I will be doing is about following your dreams. I recently took the plunge as of late to follow the dream that I've always had of being a chef. And not just being a chef, but motivating people and inspiring people with the knowledge and wisdom that I have. And I want to teach other people. I want to teach other people about following their dreams and how to get the courage to do it. And yeah, so check me out on September 29th at 8 p.m. and you will find out about following your dreams and how the step-by-step ways that I went about doing it. Because a lot of people, they hear about it, they talk about it a lot. Yes, follow your dreams, do what you love, blah, blah, blah. But how exactly do you cross that bridge? So I want to tell you step by step how I did it. So yeah, I'll be sending out that information. If you want me to have your email address, reach out to me at inspiration@feedshine.com. Yeah. So hold on, let me stop sharing my screen here. Bow bow, and we're back. And we're back. Yeah. I think y'all can if y'all want to ask me any questions, I believe that you can either email it to me at inspiration@feedshine.com, or maybe not. I'll figure it out. All right. So next time I want to add Q&A to this, and I'm gonna send out an email for you to answer me questions beforehand. But yes, that's it. That's all I got to say about mastering soulmates, man. And I hope y'all have a wonderful and blessed end to your week. We almost hit Friday, baby. We almost hit Friday. So stay up out here, stay motivated, stay blessed. I will holler at y'all on the next webinar, September 29th, 8 p.m. Peace.